And our number one stock for the day is Berkshire Hathaway. Everyone thought that was the best combination of risk reward out of the 6 stocks. And I want to quickly share, Berkshire Hathaway is great at saving costs and eliminating unnecessary expenses. And here's the perfect example of why. This is Berkshire Hathaway's actual homepage. Anyone ever see that before?
I love it.
If you think this looks like something that was out of the 90s, you're right. It is. It hasn't changed significantly in years and years and years. It's minimally functional and tells you all you need to know. So what does Berkshire Hathaway do? And to be fair, some of Berkshire Hathaway's subsidiaries have better websites.
Anybody else notice that every link has been clicked on by Matt on this page?
Yeah.
Almost. There's a small advertisement for Geico on the bottom.
Oh, sorry, missed that one.
I'm already a Geico customer, so I had no need to click on that link.
I think he's even clicked a legal disclaimer based on the color of the link.
But if you look at this is the list of all their subsidiary companies. A lot of people don't realize that all these are Berkshire Hathaway companies. A lot of people know the big ones like Geico. But there are about 60 companies on this list. Dairy Queen, if you didn't know, Dairy Queen is a Berkshire Hathaway business. Duracell, the batteries you buy, that's a Berkshire Hathaway business. Clayton Homes, if you've seen the manufactured home company, that's a Berkshire Hathaway company. If you read an article on Business Wire, which I know I read a lot of those for sources from time to time, I'm sure Jason and Tyler do as well. That's a Berkshire Hathaway business. See's Candies is, Buffett has a sweet tooth, so that one makes sense. And just if you look through this, there's a lot of a diverse array of businesses. This is in addition to Berkshire's stock portfolio that's valued at over $300 billion right now. I know this doesn't look like the website of a $700 billion company, but the impressive thing is that they didn't have to spend money on a website to get people interested. So I've often said if I can only buy one stock in the market, it would be Berkshire. And this is why, because it's such a diverse array of businesses. It's like buying an ETF in a sense, if the person running that ETF was Warren Buffett and his team. And with the rules that you can buy whole businesses, which ETFs can't do, and invest in common stocks and get deals like Buffett can get. A lot of people ask, how can I invest like Warren Buffett? My response usually is you can't.
Yep.
Because he gets deals that other people can't. His Occidental Petroleum investment is one that, regular investors couldn't get. And I'm not talking about the one he just made, the one he made a long time ago, where he gets a preferred dividend that could be paid in cash or stock. It's like a 10% dividend yield a year that you couldn't get. His original Bank of America investment.
Yeah, those warrants, man.
It was in the form of preferred stock that didn't exist for the public, that was convertible, and that gave him warrants to convert it into the common stock that they own today. But if you see this giant collection of 60-something businesses, Berkshire makes the most of it, the bulk of its money from 4. Now, some of these are recession prone. See's Candies, if it's a recession, people aren't going to spend as much discretionary money on candy. NetJets, people would cut back on corporate travel in a recession, things to that effect. But the 4 biggest businesses are one, Berkshire's insurance business, which consists of Geico. There's a few other insurances. If you see, they're all listed under Berkshire Hathaway. There's Berkshire Hathaway Specialty Insurance, Berkshire Hathaway Guard Insurance Companies, things like that. There's General Re's, which is a big one
too. Yeah.
So the insurance business is a big one. That's very recession resistant. People are going to pay their car insurance no matter what. Number 2 is its Apple investment, which is over $100 billion. That's its number 2 biggest asset. Number 3 is the railroad. If you see BNSF right there, that's a railroad they acquired several years back. That is a completely essential part of American infrastructure at this point.
It's still the largest railway. And
yeah, it's the largest railway.
Yep.
And then number 4 is Berkshire Hathaway Energy, the utilities businesses that Berkshire owns. Very recession resistant business. So don't be fooled by some of the companies you see here being sort of recession prone. The bulk of Berkshire's revenue comes from pretty safe investments. Guys, do you both own Berkshire, and what are your thoughts on the stock?
Tyler's muted, so I'll go first here. So just some interesting things, right? So I don't own Berkshire, but I am very, very, very close to buying. I've been getting closer and closer over the past year or so. It's the largest industrial or excuse me, the largest infrastructure company in North America. Something Buffett pointed out in his latest shareholder letter that came out a weekend ago. This weekend was a week ago. Over $150 billion in infrastructure assets. It's the largest railway. One of the largest, if not the largest. It's the largest equity portfolio, I think, of any company that's not an asset management company. The largest insurance conglomerate, collection of insurance assets. Is there, Matt? I don't think there's any other insurance company that's close to Berkshire size now. Is there?
Not including its reinsurance operations and all that.
Yeah. It's enormous. So the point is that you're buying the largest. It's not just that it's so diversified, but you're buying the largest of multiple really durable, anti-fragile businesses with lots of incredible economic advantages and competitive advantages. It's just a wonderful, wonderful business. Tyler, do you own any Berkshire?
It's about 5% of my portfolio.
That's a yes.
It's I own it. I think it like we've talked about it a lot, and it's certainly a company that you could. Here's the great part: you could analyze it for days and days and days and days, or you can completely forget about it in your portfolio and just leave it there and let it do its thing.
Yep.
I think it's a great company. I barely think about it. It's just there in my portfolio making money. And it's like, great, just keep doing what you're doing. I'll check in every couple of years.